What's going on, everyone? It's Jamie here from Shopify Masterclass, and today we're going to be looking at the top Shopify trends for 2022 and 2023. So I'm going to take a look at several different lists here, look at my favorite trends that are coming up for these next few years, so you can make sure you're not going to fall behind when all these trends start to become super popular, and some already are. And so we'll look at a mix of future trends plus ones which are continuing now. So make sure you stay to the end of the video as there are some really cool trends to be following. Before I dive into it, I just want to thank our sponsor Profit Calc, the one-click profit calculator app available on the Shopify App Store. It comes with a 15-day free trial, and it's going to allow you to skip the spreadsheets and get back to growing your store. There's a link in the description below to access that trial there. Now I'm going to show a quick video detailing their full feature set.
Are you a Shopify business owner who spends hours doing your accounting? Have messy spreadsheets kept you from growing your business? Discover Profit Calc, the affordable and easy to set up Shopify app that crunches your numbers in just one click. It automatically syncs with all your accounts and expenses to calculate your profit, displaying everything in an easy to read dashboard so you understand your business in real time. Start for free on the Shopify App Store today.
So let's dive into some of the top Shopify trends here. I'm going to pick from several different sources. The first one is going to be Shopify's Future of E-commerce report. And the first trend is that rising acquisition costs are going to continue. And so in order to stay competitive and to have decent margins, you want to be focusing on fostering long-term relationship with your customers. This could be a knock here on dropshipping. If you're taking 2 months, 3 months to ship your products and you're not making sure that the quality is good enough, it is very, very difficult here to sell really small margin items where you're only making a few dollars on each sale because you're going to be spending quite a bit to acquire that customer in the first place. Shopify's key takeaways were that direct consumer pricing competition is rising as there's tons of people still coming online. All the ad platforms are really sold out of inventory here, so it's getting more expensive. Advertising costs are skyrocketing, and brand building is helping to attract and retain customers. So if you were to look at the profit formula, the 3 parts are frequency of customer purchasing, the average order value, as well as the number of customers you have. So if you look at the 3 components separately, the number of customers is only one component. You want to be focusing on building long-term relationships, having a customer purchase multiple times from your store, as well as having a higher average order value. You can do that through upselling and cross-selling. This is also following the trend that consumers are now harder to reach with different privacy laws. You can see a July 2020 report showed that 15-20% drop in advertising reach of Instagram in Europe. So it's tens of millions of people not reachable anymore. This is especially true with Apple's advertising policies as well, where they're now hiding that ID unless you manually enable it. Next, we'll take a look at some trends from Shop2 app. They wrote a really good blog post, and a link to this will be in the description as well. So the first trend we'll look at here is social commerce. And it's really the ability to purchase something directly from a social media platform. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, you're starting to see much more shoppable things. So rather than clicking a link to go directly to the store, you're gonna have to create a experience on a social media platform that's engaging for customers to come and buy your products there. Essentially all the websites use it: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Pinterest. So now it's going to be optimizing your experience on both the social media platforms as well as your website, rather than just focusing on your website. And focusing something on like SEO or Google search, you're going to be focusing on social e-commerce as well. Another trend is going to be augmented reality. So that's essentially where you can put your product virtually in a customer's real world. So if you can look at this image here, it's going to show the IKEA furniture being displayed in the person's actual room. So rather than just looking at an image, you can see how it's going to fit in your room, the color if that matches, the size if that matches. A great one for this would be clothing. You can virtually try stuff on. This can kind of bridge the gap between in the real world shopping experiences and shopping for something online. Almost all iPhones come out of the box with augmented reality. So if you can enable this for your store to help customers see what their products are going to actually look like, this can be a great way to increase a more personalized shopping experience. Another trend is live stream shopping. So an influencer or brand is going to highlight the product and services on a live stream, talking about their product and their experience with it. And during this stream, the people who are able to join are able to interact with the streamer and the other participants. They can discuss the product, they can go purchase the product directly from links in the stream. It's similar to if you're watching TV and like something like the Home Shopping Network, where you can see someone interacting with the product directly. Another advantage would be that you can communicate directly with the seller. So I know this trend is extremely popular in Asia, where some apps are simply just virtual storefronts. You can kind of walk through a virtual mall. You can interact with different people selling their products on a live stream. So it's going to be mimicking that experience of being in real life and walking through a mall. You can see quite a few different merchants at once. You can interact with them and get live demonstrations. And there is a ton of money being exchanged in that medium, as many people prefer that than rather just scrolling through their website by themselves. Another trend is going to be chatbots for customer service. In fact, nearly 80% of businesses are expected to integrate them. AI has become much better at entering customers' questions and answering them for them in a more efficient way. For example, if a customer is looking for their tracking number, the chatbot could integrate with your store and then contact the customer through that chat medium to say, hey, what's your name? Where is it shipped to? Information to confirm that you'd be asking anyways, and the customer can get their tracking number faster than it would take for you to respond. They're also going to decrease your customer support ticket cost, which can be another added expense. So overall, they're getting smarter and cheaper, and customers are getting more used to using them online. You can see there is one right here powered by Gorgeous. It's a pop-up, someone asking if you need any help. Could be a great way here. It's a little more interactive too than FAQ forms. Another trend is going to be conversational commerce. It's going to be much more interactive. It's a great one to be if you're like a skincare brand. And there's a lot of questions you need to ask someone before you can show them a product. You go through a survey through a chatbot. You can have someone on the other end guiding them through the shopping experience if that's what your brand is going to entail. And you're really going to match it to that in-store experience. So if I were to go to a store, I can speak to a customer representative, ask them questions, get advice on what I should be buying. And that's really what a lot of these trends are trying to mimic, is merging the online with the offline to make a more interactive and familiar shopping experience that customers have known already. And the last trend we'll look at today is local store pickup and delivery. This is especially tied into the pandemic where customers chose to try to support their local businesses in a lot of different ways. One way was having really easy local pickup and delivery, so you couldn't go into the store in a lot of the cases. Many businesses were offering pickup at the very least, so a customer could come, get exactly what they're looking for, and leave without having to go around the store and find exactly what they wanted. This is great as many customers actually prefer to shop online, but then they get their item quickly and not have to wait for it in the mail, and they also don't have to pay for shipping, which can be expensive for local stores to offer, and many of them have paid shipping as it's hard for them to justify the cost at their volume. So this concludes the video on the top Shopify trends for 2022 and 23. Let me know if you think we covered trends you hadn't seen before, or if you think we should have added any other trends. If you enjoyed the video, I would love it so much if you hit that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Also, I just want to mention our sponsor Profit Calc one more time, the one-click profit calculator available on the Shopify App Store. It comes with a 15-day free trial, and there's a link in the description below to access the trial there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.